Ahoy! Crypto pirates, welcome to your Discourse Syndicate. Captain RG3 steering the ship through dippity waters, dippy waters. Everybody, now I can't even get my app to refresh. I'm gonna have to pull up a chart here on the PC. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Monday. We made it here through the weekend. Some of you did. The last weekend before Vegas. So I hope everybody practiced or rested up or whatever for their debauchery for next weekend, because looks like some of the hexicans are out there already handling business and warming Vegas up for all of you guys. So permission to come aboard, Captain. Let me say hello to everybody. You know what? Tonight is a no guest night. I had a really a family tragedy. Anyway, some bad news, but really like to get somebody to come in here and join me so that I can chat. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the link in there. If you're worthy, we'll bring you up and we'll talk. But let me say hello to everybody first. So Tripod, you made it in first tonight. Yes, Bran must have been sleeping or something. And yeah, somebody said that. Sapper said, Bran slept in. Hex on the beach, what's happening? ISO Serenity. What's up, fam? Super Hex. Dude, I'm liking all your Twitter stuff, dude. You're fucking killing it, man. You're killing it on the Twitters, bro. You're killing it, man. Good stuff. And we're getting a lot more Hexkins on Twitter. And we're getting a lot more fudders on Twitter. I don't know. Looks like some really dumb ones, too. I mean, it's like old dredged up FUD that they put on their TikToks or whatever. I don't know. It just looks kind of suspect, like somebody paid them to do that. But yeah, what a joke. TikTokers, careful. You don't know what you're fucking with, boys. Let's see here. So yeah, good job, Super Hex. Tear it up. Toby Wan, what's up? Where's my fucking video, Toby Wan? Where's it at? You're supposed to have a video for us, Toby Wan. Let's see. Chris Hooper. Yo. Billy Boy, Crypto. Ahoy, Hexkins. What's up, dude? Nas. Hex. I like that name. Identity Block. Sandy B. Mudhog. Who else is in here? Rango. Morning for you, huh? Shoot. So you must be over the water there. Let's see. When sacrifice phase, right? You know what, man? It's like, so the sacrifice phase to me was like, so I made a decision. I said, okay, I'm going to push my chips in like this, right? So stack the chips, pushed them in. And the more and more time goes on, it gives you more and more thinking to do. It's like one day you'll be like, oh man, should I sacrifice that much? I mean, that's a lot of hex. Or should I put more in? Right? Then you have those days. So it's like, I just want to quit thinking about it. I want to go put my head on my pillow knowing that the sack is done. Sacrifice phase is done. So it's like fucking with my brain, man. It's fucking with my mind. Back and forth. Come on. It's going to be funny if he does it while we're in Vegas. I would freaking laugh. I'm 3 hours away. I'm jumping my car. I'll be back home. So anyway. Después tu jefe. What's happening? What is happening? Russ, bought some Hex today. Won't regret it. Hex stakes pay trustless interest. Yes, they do. Yes, they certainly do. Whether the crypto market is up or Hex is up, or whether crypto market down or Hex is down, it doesn't matter. You're always making trustless interest with your stakes on Hex. So it's like, you can't be like little corrections and little dips like we have right now. You can't be too upset with them if you're a staker. Stakers just kind of like turn the other cheek because it's like, man, you should have seen how much I made today on just my stakes. So that makes it all that much better. Tell us now when sack. Oh man, I wish I could tell you, Sandy B. Crypto Black Sheep. Dude, man, that's an old name from the past. So So guys, if you don't know who Black Sheep is, and he's going to come on Wednesday, and he's going to do like a full interview with Black Sheep, with Nerd Girl. And, Black Sheep back in the OG days. So I really like Black Sheep. So he's got this like show that's off the freaking chain, like disgusting, like just like our show, but worse. He would it was like during COVID, it was all crazy and shit. And like in the middle of the night, he'd just throw his stream up and I'd go up there and we'd hang out. And it was just wild, man. He's a wild, but very talented dude. Kind of shitty when it comes to picking his cryptos, but he's getting better. And I think he's coming back over to Hex and Pulse and going, man, I'm fucking done with this shit out here. But, I'm just fucking with you, Black Sheep. But I like him. I like him because he's a pirate. He's a fucking straight up true pirate. And I just like people that are misfits and miscreants and just, this total just pirate. And he is one. And like him or love him, he is the Black Sheep, and he has put out one of the greatest Hex anthems. I played it here a couple of times. So that's who Crypto Black Sheep is, if you heard the Hex. And he also did the I Sold My Hex Guy video. So if you've seen the I Sold My Hex Guy video on here and song, he actually created both of those. And I mean musically created them, not like freaking just dubbed them or whatever. So good to have you with us, Black Sheep. You're a freaking pirate, man. Scotty does know. Oh man, Flames. Who else is in here? I killed Epstein. Oh yes, Hexicans are offending the crypto space again. Yes, I love it. You guys are out there just smacking people down like always. Why is the rum always gone? I know, right? It's because the captain can't stay out of the rum. And hey, what's up, Pay Me Hex? Who else is in here? Newbie OG. Newbie. I said there's the link if you want to come on in. Let's see who else. Big Gunner. Got damn RG3 and the Hexicans. What's good, right? Pineapple Express. Batten down the hatches. Yes. Wells Only. What's up, dude? Man, Wells, you guys are freaking killing it, man. The charting is off the freaking hook. And I saw somebody chatted in one of the streams and says, hey, don't listen to these guys because their fundamentals are really bullshit. And and I've always said that too. But if you look at the way Whales uses the charts and Hexicans use the chart, see, Hexicans use the chart to validate historical information and cycles. And a lot of traders do the same, but they do it on small, short time frames. And our charters don't. They use it as like macroeconomic data for Hex and where it could go, what it looks like it's doing, and to prove the math. Because we know that Hex was designed to go up in price, and that like blows people's minds. How can you do that? Well, it's programmable money, you dumb fucks. It's if you program it right, that's what it's going to do. And Richard programmed it right. And all of our charters, Axis, Jenkins, Jerdog, Whales, they all talk about the macroeconomics, the cycles, and what Hex could do and what it's done. And I just like the way they do it. They don't say, well, the cup and handle's in and we should see a moon right here. None of that crap. It's like, hey, this is why the math works out. The chart verifies the math. The chart verifies the programming, the code, and they use it to validate the code. So I really like what our charters do. So if you haven't seen them, Wells Only does a stream with Maddie. Wells Only does a stream with us. He does a stream with the Hex Asians. And I even seen him on the Hex Spanish channel. By the way, I have a meeting tomorrow with Johnny, and Johnny's talking about coming over with us. So not to spoil anything, but he wants to bring his all Spanish speaking stream over to Discourse Syndicate too. So we're gonna have that going on also. And also, Crypto Spot Book is going to be on, so we'll have a German show and a Spanish speaking show. So yes, things are really picking up, and we're stoked. So who else is he? Best wishes to you. Oh, thanks, Isaac. Yeah, thanks, man. It was some bad news from my brother's family, man. Just tragic. So let's see. What's up, Mel Tony? Is where is he? I don't see him. Oh, there he is. What's up, COG? Says COG in the house, of course. Just freaking trolling away. Bob Saget, greatest name in the space. Mudhog 8. Are we back up to 8? Are we? Anyway. Get up, phone. No, the phone ain't working. I gotta get the damn hex chart up here. I don't do the chart, I don't ever do it on my show. So anyway, Rango says my liquid hex keeps shrinking for T shares waiting for. See, I can't do it, man. I cannot stake it right now. I can't do it. Look, I understand what share. I know the value of shares and T shares and the price of them, how they're going up, and the appreciation of value of hex and all that. And, time is of the essence when it comes to shares. That is for damn sure. You'll never get a better price than today for your shares. However, I am like FOMO'd over Pulse. The more and more I learn about Pulse, the more I hear of people that are supporting it or becoming part of it, the more and more I'm FOMOing into wanting as much Pulse as I can get. And I mean, I want to be a Pulse whale. Black sheep laughing. Yep. Gonna be cool, man. Gonna be cool. Another ascending triangle forming on the Hex USD. Shit keeps consolidating higher. Yes, and that's the other things that they show. Like they show the health of the chart. Like if you look at here, we're seeing lower lows and higher highs, and even after the dips, we're seeing it coming back and reforming these patterns. And if you look at Hex, it's done nothing but go up and to the right. And we've had a few corrections in between, but healthy ones. And they've always been very healthy corrections. And the other thing is that what's great is that people are actually cashing out and spending gains. And it won't be long before we've got Hex, Instagrammers and stuff. Geez. Why am I getting messages right now? Hold on, guys. It looks like is there a problem with YouTube? It looks like YouTube's fine. Oh, clicking it. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me see here. For what? For D Live or for the YouTube? For the YouTube, huh? Well, oops. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. But it isn't working. It's got to be something with these. I don't know why it keeps popping up as our standard YouTube link. I'm going to have to get Knipples on that to work on it. But thanks. I appreciate that, Mads. Let's see. So currently, no one knows how much and where they put their leverage into. There was something. So Richard has always dropped breadcrumbs and said things to us along the way, all the time, like what he thinks would be best or what he thinks, would be the best direction going. And then who better than the guy who designed the stuff to pass information. And one of the things he said was 1/3, 2/3. So if you've got a liquid bag, he was saying, 1/3 hold liquid hex, 2/3 sacrifice. So what did that tell me when he said that? He didn't say that as a suggestion. He said, that's kind of what I would think about. And when he does stuff like that, I kind of like take it to heart and go, okay, well, what was his thought process behind that? Why was he Why was he putting that out there? And so there's a couple of theories that I have, and I spoke to somebody about those theories today. But I don't want to get into them because they're really conspiracy type stuff. They're really like out there kind of stuff. So I don't want to get into it really, but I think that there's a clue in there as far as what an entity or somebody or someone might want to do to get into Pulse. So that tells me that there's maybe some more value to be gained if you're going to put 2/3 of something into it and hold 2/3 just to duplicate it. So, and we all know that there's a possibility of multiple X's happening, or zero. But that's we all took a chance before on an even more unknown product that was Hex. And, day one FOMO orders, everybody got in and did what Richard said not to do. And they're all still sitting fine. Even day one FOMO orders are like freaking multiple X's up, whoever caught the dip the few months after, good for them. But, even the people that day one FOMO'd still got a massive deal. So anyway, I think that there's something to be said about that and the value of Pulse. I surely think that there's a lot of value. I think that we're going to see a lot of chaos and pandemonium once it does launch, because remember, this isn't just our playground anymore. We're letting the whole fucking ERC20 world into our backyard, guys. And they're going to be interacting with us and playing in our freaking sandbox, right? So I don't know. There's going to be some cool opportunities for arbitrage and yield farming and all that kind of stuff with, things that are still finding price discovery. It's going to be very interesting. Very, very, very interesting, especially with the way the market's going right now, which is kind of insane. We kind of thought that the market was going to do this. I'm going to try and redo my phone here. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get it to refresh. I'm just going to go on my PC here. I just don't like opening up. Let's see. Yeah, RG3 is going to have to yell, "Hey, get off my lawnmower." All right, buddy. You know what you're pushing. You're pushing a little time out here. Start messing with the cat. Go troll the other people. Don't troll me. You got the ban hammer to go get them. So go get them. Or else you can go sit in timeout. So Vegas, I am. Let's see. When my hanky's white, I yell more. Maybe. This is my green one. So this is my war bonnet. So when I'm ready for the fight, I got the green one on. But I don't know if there's anything that we're fighting right now. The FUD's disappearing. We're kind of like, oh, there we go. Yeah, we are back up a little bit here. It looks like. Yeah, we're moving back up. That's nice. That was a nice dip today. So anybody who took gains on that, good for you. Good for you. And congratulations. Hex is working for you. So anyway, where was I? There was somebody just asked, or Vegas. This is Bruce Lee. RG3 is a Bruce Lee. I don't know if I'm the Bruce Lee of crypto. I didn't train. I trained Taekwondo, not karate. Let's see. Or no, Kung Fu. I'm sorry. Bruce Lee was Kung Fu. I did meet Donnie and Santo one time. Cool guy. Real cool guy. Couple times, actually. See, I think a lot of people will plunge into Pulse not knowing much about Hex. There will likely be a spillover into Hex. It's a win-win. So, yes, I believe that's true because look, everybody likes an airdrop. Everybody in crypto likes an airdrop. Whether you're a maxi in one coin or the other, everybody likes an airdrop. And why? So they can dump that shit. And everybody is going to love getting an airdrop of their own shit. So that changes it, because, a lot of people that trade their own shit like to hold their own shit. So that's going to be an interesting dynamic that's going to happen also. So there's going to be people, kind of holding on to their stuff and creating value and buying more of it and all those kinds of things. So it's going to be, it's going to be wild. But I think so because I look at Hex and Pulse just like Bitcoin and Ethereum, because, Bitcoin was created first. It was the crypto that you moved. It was the first, cryptocurrency that actually was store value. You can move it, you can trade it, that kind of stuff. Done very archaic, let's just say, for to be nice to Bitcoin, because everyone always complains that I'm too mean to Bitcoin. But, Hex was created better than Bitcoin. Bitcoin was created first and just wasn't right. So anyway, he created Hex first. Hex is an amazing, fast, stable, secure, audited crypto that Bitcoin should have been. And it's not rocket science. He just built it better. There's better technology. There was packetized data or modularized data, whatever they call it. I'm not a dev, so I just understand the concepts behind it instead of the old code, which they call spaghetti code, which was Bitcoin. So the packetized data is like more secure, completed modules that snap together. And if you do snap them together right and do all this stuff correctly and solidify them with solidity or whatever, then you've created a good contract on the end of it. And that's what they did. And that's what the team in Hex did. And they made it stakeable, which is the beauty of Hex. So way better than Bitcoin. Solid, moving like a rocket ship. I mean, it's like a freight train. Nothing has been able to stop it. Not even on all of our efforts. I sent Richard a message today and even said, we're kind of a shipwreck when it comes to, the mainstream media. People see us and are like, oh my gosh, look at this ragtag crew of miscreants, and then they see Richard's streams and they run to the hills. Cause I'll be honest, I'm having problems with mainstream media wanting to bring us on, and, but it's just our nature and the amount of abuse that we've taken. It's like taking a platoon of Marines that went through fucking hell, man. Like they went through hell. They destroyed a lot of shit. They got attacked. They lost some people along the way. And there's just this jadedness about them. There's just this attitude about them. There's just this chip on their shoulder, this trigger happy thing about them. And I see the Hexagon community acts like that. They've got this PTSD thing, but a warrior's attitude about it, because it's, they've got it. I'm sorry, they've got it. So it's hard to put that back into general population and say, okay, now get along with everybody and live with everybody and react with everybody and don't snap. Psh, fuck, man. I've seen some of the best of our guys snap at people, so that's kind of what it is, like a PTSD. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. So Hex was created, developed better than Bitcoin first, just like when Bitcoin and Ethereum. I remember when I was in my Coinbase wallet and there was only Bitcoin in there, and then all of a sudden this thing Ethereum showed up, and it was like, oh, what is this stuff? And that's what we're doing here is now Pulse is coming. Now the network is coming. Now the malleability of the crypto space, which is Hex, is now coming. And that's what, Ethereum did to Bitcoin. Ethereum, unfortunately, rested on its laurels. And I don't know. I can't explain what happened. And they just failed just a epic fail. I don't understand. I still to this day Can't figure out why Vitalik and crew were not ready for this bull run. It seemed. I don't get it, but whatever. It is what it is. And Richard is going to front run him and beat him to the punch. So here it comes, and there's nothing they can do about it. And it's going to be amazing because there's going to be an airdrop, and nobody else is come up with that idea. And it's going to be, a lot bigger than anything that Ethereum could even do if they tried to fix their network. Now, of course, they've got the popularity and the marketing and the, people are looking at them more than they're looking at Pulse. But I'm telling you, I think that this PulseChain is going to get a lot of attention once it launches, a lot of attention. And I'm hearing in the background and seeing things starting to happen with more and more, just influencers and people in the crypto space that are interested in what's happening here. Because I think why they're interested is because they saw Hex, they all fudded Hex. So it's very, very hard to say, okay, you're right, we were wrong, and open arms, we'll bring Hex into the crypto community, blah, blah, blah. But they don't do that with any other tokens anyway. So why would they do it to Hex, So whatever. But this PulseChain, this gives them all an opportunity. Like, they don't have to like PulseChain but their tokens are going to be on it. So that's going to make them want to use it. I didn't like that other freaking bridge network or whatever, but I went over there to check it out, see if there was some arbitrage opportunities or whatever. Just thank God I got out of there in time, but and there wasn't much there. But it was neat to see how fast transactions can move and how cheap they could be. That was very, very interesting and very, very addictive. So I know that the traders are going to be trading more, especially you've got DeFi platforms over there. People are going to be moving things around. And the farming, yep, all about the Hex. The farming peeps cannot wait. They're going to be like all over it. I think there's going to be opportunity there for a lot of people. There's going to be some solid ones. There's going to be some, let's face it, guys, there's going to be a lot of stuff because everything's coming, not everything is going to be solid. And I say that only because it's so hard to call anything else solid when you're like fully vested and fully in understanding of what Hex is. Hex is like nothing we've ever seen, and you can't compare anything else to it. So it's hard to say, oh yeah, that's a good crypto or that's a good crypto, because I don't give a shit about any of the other cryptos because they're all worthless to me, to be honest. Maybe there's some opportunities out there, but I don't even really care. How much money do you really need? I'm fine with my double stacks of Hex and the stack of Pulse. It's going to be, it's going to be more than enough for this old guy to go walk off into the sunset and live my dream of just freaking putting my toes in the sand and surfing and spearfishing for the rest of my life. So yeah, I'm not too concerned, but some of you youngins, some of you youngsters out there, you guys can, yeah, I am going to tell you how I really feel. Don't I always, right? Don't I always? I think that some of you, you know what? I do have a message for the younger Hexicans out there. Like, if you're in your 30s and 40s, I even talked to KNTX about this too. If you guys are, you're that young, you're cracking 40. Look, retirement. Richard retired in his 20s. That's amazing. That's amazing. That doesn't happen often. And it's the percentages of it are very low. Now, you can read your way into success. You can read and talk and work your way into success. I've done everything that I can to try and crack that success barrier, to retire early, to get away from working a job. I don't know if it was my mindset. More than likely it was, because usually the 6 inches between your two ears is the cause of all of your issues. But I was never able to put a business together that was strong enough to retire me from my day job. But I always had a good side hustle that, kept me going, kept me here in SoCal, had my wife home, with the kids and all that stuff. So she never had to work. So that was cool. But if you guys are in your 40s, now I say that because retiring early is like everybody's dream, because man, to retire with a good body, good health, time, and, energy, because guys, when you start getting up there, the energy levels, everything starts to, but to have to be retired like Richard was when he was so young. I mean, you have that energy, you have that spunk, you have, the ability to go out and do a lot of different things. And that's cool. But if you don't, get a chance to do that right away, man, take advantage of the early share prices, guys. Even at the prices that they are today, they're going to look like a bargain 3, 5, 10 years from now. And 3, 5, 10 years from now for you guys, I mean, that's nothing. 10 years for a 25 is 35. That's nothing. I'd kill a bunch. Well, I won't say that. I would do a lot of shit to get back to 35. I'm telling you that right now. I'd do a lot of shit just to get back to 45. So stake long and get some gains out there. Go do something else, but get your stakes out there and take advantage of these low share prices, because your 35, 40-year-old self, even 45, 50-year-old self will thank you for doing so. That's your opportunity right now, is to get those long stakes in and get the massive gains. If you're younger and you don't have a big stack to rock in right now, because you hear a lot of these people that started, year one, and they got a big bag of hex, and they've got a lot of stakes out there, big stakes, multiple thousands of T shares and whatnot. Well, get yourself in at what level you can now and get those stakes out there as far as you can, because that's how you're going to win the game. Is, and time will be kinder to you than it will me. That's for damn sure. So that's kind of my advice to you youngsters. I'm 42. My average is 11.5. Right on, all about hex. I think that's perfect, man. I think that's perfect. That puts you right about my age when your 15 years are up, which is, that's awesome, because, I'm going to be like 70 when the 15 year comes up. So that's going to be, oh shit. Yeah. But I'm going to be in damn good shape by then. I'll tell you, I'm already getting there. I'm dropping the weight. Everything's working out all right. The gym is loving me, and I'm loving the gym. So that's cool. Let's see. Somebody, Tyndall 10. Sometimes it seems like we made a mistake with these 15-year stakes just because we don't know what shape the world will be in by then. I'm stoked we have them, though. Nothing wrong with leaving a legacy. You can get the painting over the mantle. Yeah, I don't want my painting over the mantle, man. I don't want a legacy. I want to die broke and spend all my money. But let me speak to this Tyndall 10. Look, guys, I know that there's a lot of FUD out there in the world. It's, fucking, this issue, that issue, this conspiracy theory, that conspiracy theory. The world has gotten real fucking loud because of the internet. And I almost long for the days where there wasn't the internet. When it comes to the noise, there's a lot of noise. Now, the internet has brought us a lot of beautiful things, a lot of awesome things, a lot of knowledge. People are getting smarter and smarter, but people are also getting dumber because of the FUD, because of the bullshit that's out there. And see, I came to the internet already with wisdom and discernment. I know how to discern what's going on in the world. I've seen cycles, and I understand what all of that noise is. I hate hearing it and listening to it all the time and seeing people fighting and arguing about stupid bullshit. but I feel for you younger people, because you've got to learn discernment and you're going to have to get wisdom in this world, but there's hope. And there is, I think this doom and gloom crap and all of this prepper shit and all that bullshit, just, you guys need to fucking back off of that shit, man. It's not doing your mental health any good. Nobody wants the world to end. Nobody wants the thing to fucking go away and everybody die and all that kind of shit, man. Nobody wants that. You know, there ain't some fucking they out there trying to screw everybody over. There's just greedy people fucking over other people so that they can continue to have more. And then all the other people want a little more too. And then sometimes in the world, and this has happened multiple times, the disparity between the two gets so great that people are so angry and so fearful that some kind of an event happens and it washes that away. That's just human nature. And that's what we've seen over and over and over and over and over again. So there's hope, and there isn't a doomsday scenario. It's not going to happen, and not in your lives, guys, not in your lives. Enjoy this crypto journey. Enjoy this new world that is coming, and try and make things a better place instead of worrying about all that other bullshit. You know, it's like, why would anybody go backwards? It's the 21st fucking century, man, and we're going backwards on shit. It's just crazy. Let's see. Try not to be so condescending to your younger generations. Well, I don't think I'm being condescending at all, Brianna. I'm just trying to speak a little bit of wisdom to you guys. And if you don't understand that or you can't accept that, then sorry. But I'm not trying to be condescending. I'm trying to, speak some truth is all. I'm trying to say, hey, man, look, this stuff isn't all crazy out there like you think. You make it that way. You put it in your own head that way. See, like I said, the biggest problem is between these 6 inches right here. I don't know too many people out there that really want to hurt people. I really don't see people wanting to hurt people. Oh, I said you were speaking wisdom. Well, okay. I thought you were saying, hey, I shouldn't try to be condescending. I'm not trying to be condescending. Definitely not. But I'm just saying, I see a lot of doom and gloomers out there, and I don't think it's healthy. I really don't. Let's see. Sammy's one of my favorite fans. She says, you're a legend, not condescending, sweetheart. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. I support everyone's individual decisions. Bitfinesse says decisions equal freedom. I'm 35, and the only mistake I feel I've made is making 2 10-year stakes instead of all 5. My average stake length is, what does it say? 4.7 or 14.7. Wait, my average stake length is 14.79. Damn, bro. That's legend right there. And Bitfinesse doesn't have he doesn't have an easy job, man. He's out there on the road in that truck, freaking killing it. Good for you, bro. By the way, that's a you're an ex-con, no condescending. Yeah. We don't need to dox me, right? But shit, where was I? 70 show, freaking Dirage. Damn it! Now I forgot. I lost my train of thought. Okay, let's read this one. Tyndall 10 says, "What top level security measures do you take to protect your crypto bag? I bought a ledger, but I think I was trying to charge me gas fees to move it into it." So I've been thinking about this a lot, and I've kept mine on a stainless steel plate that I engraved, and those are in a fire safe, locked away. I have now decided that the best way to operate, now that the bags have changed to significant different sizes, I think that the best route, from what I understand now and from learning, is that the Trezor is the way to go. I think that loading your seed phrases into a Trezor and not ever letting those seed phrases touch another PC. I think that's the way to go. Lock those up also. But of course, have your backup seed phrases. I heard Papa Boner talking about putting them on titanium plates. You can get titanium plates for like $30 on Amazon, and you can engrave them. Be sure, like he was explaining it, so I understand a little bit about metallurgy because of the business I'm in. And titanium tends to have memory and rebound. So if you do etch your stuff into titanium, make sure you etch them real deep, because you might lose a letter or a word or two or something in there, and you don't want that. So make sure that you're very, very good with engraving on that on the titanium. Titanium is obviously the best way to go. It is. I think it's a little overkill myself, but that's fine. I do know the what it takes to heat and melt good sized piece of yeah, bro, I'm still on. Hold on a second. I think Coffee might come in and join me. That'll save you guys all from listening to me. Let's see. I'll let him know he wants to know I'm still on. Yep. So maybe we'll get Coffee in here. So so the stainless steel, it takes a lot of heat to melt stainless steel. If you have them in a fire safe and you do have a home fire, yes, home fires do get hot, but not hot enough to melt stainless steel. Just anyway, it depends on how thick they are too. Mine are pretty damn thick. So anyway, I love the Treasure. The original works fine. Yeah, and they got this new one that's like $250. It's got a screen on it and all that. I don't know if that's necessary. You can get the Treasures. I bet they're going to be on a discount in the next month or so here while the crypto markets are taking a dip. But they were all up in price earlier. But yeah, I recommend HODLer Swiss. What is that, Brianna? What is the HODLer Swiss? Is that a crypto wallet? Is that a hard wallet? Or is that like an engravable or something that you can actually purchase? Who's the special guest on your Vegas meetup stream? We don't know. But I hear people are talking about it, and we don't know. But we are going to do. I can't click on the link inside the chat. When I click on the link in the chat, it brings it up here like that. So just to let you know, so I can't even copy it from there. It sucks for me. But if I go, let me see if I can get it from the YouTube. Anyway, I'd have to log back into the YouTube. So David Blaine, hey, what's up, Molly? They're engravable stainless steel discs. Yeah. So there's a link right there that Brianna put in that you can get. But yes, so for OPSEC, and I know we've all been talking about it now that your bags are getting bigger. Look, the number one way people lose crypto is they lose or do stupid shit with their seed phrases. So seed phrase is your first OPSEC. Learn about what your seed phrases are for, learn about how to take care of them, and put them away very, very, very secure spot, because that's the number one way people lose their funds. Number two, they get fished from you. Don't ever put your seed words into something that you don't know, that you don't understand, that you aren't 100% sure that you are reopening a MetaMask wallet with it or whatever. So make sure that that's the number two way. And number three is that somebody steals or whatever they call, rips your information from your phone or your PC. That's like the number third way. And then number four is somebody comes and wrench attacks your ass, and then, your OPSEC should be set up for that too. But anyway, let me bring him up. My goodness. My favorite crypto nephew, Crypto coffee. Oh, the places you will go and the women you will smash, my man.
What's going on, RG? How we doing? What are we talking about?
I've just been talking to the chat, talking about a little bit of everything, a little bit of security. We're talking about PulseChain. We were talking about, we just been talking a little bit about everything.
Security, yeah, it's important.
It is important, especially now that the bags are getting bigger. And, the number one way people lose their crypto is losing their seed phrases or fucking them up or somehow, getting them mixed up or lost or stolen. And then after that, it's phishing attacks. People asking you to stick your seed phrase in somewhere else that they don't belong.
Yeah. I mean, the majority of it's online, I think. It's online attacks. So it's being stupid with your, keeping them anywhere on like a Dropbox or something like that. Just don't ever even keep them online ever. Cold hardware wallets. That's it. I mean,
that's it.
Don't enter your shit into any kind of sketchy email. No one will ever ask you for them. Ledger support, Trezor support. They'll never ask you unless you're, 7 calls deep with them and literally on the phone and they're coming over your house or something. Like, just don't do it. Just don't ever do it. No one's going to ask you for your seed phrases. All right. Please, for the love of God. God damn it.
And then there was another, something that kind of happened yesterday. Richard tweeted about it. And so I used the Brave browser and I liked it. I thought it was a good browser. I didn't use their wallet. I just, I put MetaMask on my Brave browser. And after I heard everything yesterday, instantly I shut that MetaMask down and deleted my Brave browser and just said, you know what, I'm not even going to play with it. I don't know enough about what's wrong with it or why it is, malware of any type or why the wallet sucks or whatever. So I just dumped the whole thing and got rid of it and said, just won't do it there, And so
that tweet kind of fucked me up a little bit because I was like, hey, I use that website or I use that browser. I mean, I also use other browsers too, but I mean, I don't know what's exactly wrong with it. It's more of the fact that somebody could potentially install malware because they're trying to get into the crypto game. They've got this built-in like it's a basic attention token kind of wallet, which I never set up, right? But that just seems like a hack waiting to happen, right? Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess the more you think about it, if they're trying to get into crypto, it's kind of a sketchy place to be.
Yeah, let me fill Brianna in with what happened. So yesterday, if you go into Richard's tweet, you'll see it. They were talking about Brave browser. There's an attack vector that would allow somebody to actually put malware on, or they could put malware on, or malware could exist. And I think that it really affects the Brave browser wallet more so than say MetaMask. But for me, it was just, I didn't even want to chance it. If there's anything that could possibly go wrong, I wanted to be, what's the tweet you were talking about? Shoot, it was yesterday. It was
yesterday.
It was last night. You could just go to his tweet and just scroll through. You'll see it.
I like Brave too, but I think
I liked it. Yeah.
It's not about what has happened. It's about what could happen.
What could happen is exactly.
I mean, fucking RH knows better than me, and I'm not going to take any chances anymore, which sucks too because they try to play themselves as like a security friendly browser, which is why I thought it was good.
What a perfect front to fuck you over, huh? We'll get all the crypto dudes in here and chicks, and they'll malware their asses, I mean, hey, if you guys want to talk conspiracy theories, man, if those are that's the kind of shit I'm worried about because I've seen these motherfuckers hack. And, I mean, I've seen people wake up the next morning to their website that they were all, in their crypto community with, and everybody's happy and singing Kumbaya. And it said, haha, we fucking scammed you later. And that was the message you saw on the website. I mean, literally. So anyway.
Yeah. And they try to be the privacy focused browser. They try to say, hey, we don't track you. We don't run ads. And so that's what got my attention. That's why I liked it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I thought too.
But yeah, Day 43 OG said it's not standard compliant. I know they're a Chromium based browser. So they take the basic source code of Chrome and then they add on to it. But it's the add-ons that you got to worry about. Mm-hmm. And I had no idea they weren't following standards or anything. So, and
that's where attack vectors happen is in add-ons and things.
Yeah.
So So it was just, Braze uses Uphold for their wallet. I did really like them, but no more. Damn, not anymore. Damn. Yeah. I mean, use at your own risk. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong or nefarious that has happened. But I'm not going to put a one hex on anything that I have any doubt in,
Well, Brianna, I think what's better, according to Richard Hart, and this is obviously like personal taste, personal opinion, but he likes Chrome, Opera. I think Safari is actually pretty private. It's owned by Apple.
Safari you can't put MetaMask on.
True. It's like, yeah, that's true.
But you can use Firefox, Mozilla.
Firefox, yep.
Yeah, Firefox. Richard said he uses Firefox and Chrome, and that's what I had all three. I had wallets on all three, and not anymore. I just took the one off of Brave, and that was it. So I don't need to monitor all my wallets anyway, and I don't need to keep them that way anymore. I'm going straight Trezor, and I'm just going to keep everything off from now on. Only when I need to unstake or stake will I need a wallet.
Yeah, 430OG clarified it's not the code for the browser itself. It's the 24-word seed phrase that's generated by Brave. So I guess if you're using their built-in wallet, that's probably not great. MetaMask, it should still be MetaMask theoretically, right? But what if there's some kind of middleware type of thing? I have no idea, dude. I have no idea. I got to look into it more.
My MetaMask was only a 12. It was regular MetaMask, but I think that their wallet was like a 24 seed phrase wallet because they have a separate wallet from,
they want you to
also
use their
Sandbox.
Shitcoin. They're down 95% in 2 years. BAT token.
Yeah.
It's pure garbage.
Yeah. So anyway, what you been up to, man?
Chilling, working a lot actually. Changing jobs, believe it or not. So
yeah,
gonna start putting out a little more crypto content and
good.
Working on websites and whatnot. Working on updating the websites and just all this stuff I've been meaning to get to.
And working on Discourse Syndicate Network too.
Yeah, that'll be fun. We're gonna start doing weekly streams. My slot's gonna be on Tuesday at noon. So
Tuesday at noon.
Stay tuned.
Crypto Coffee Tuesdays at noon. That's gonna be good.
That's right. We got a stacked schedule too. We've got like probably every day at least 2 or 3 hours of content, except for Sunday. We'll give you guys Sunday off to go actually live your life and stop being addicted to hacks.
And bro, what's cool about Sundays is DJ Cryptomatic is freaking throwing down the jams on Sunday. I put them on my TV and my surround sound and just blast it and just let it go. And it's a DJ Cryptomatic party at my house.
Yeah, he's got some good music to just like focus to, or if you like drum and bass, I think what does he play exactly?
Well, he does a lot of different stuff. He'll do like island style, hip hop stuff. He'll do old school, like freaking old school hip hop and house music and then he'll do some modern pop stuff. And he just kind of hits it all, man. DJ Cryptomatic is freaking house hot, man. Badass.
He's what is he doing? Monday, Wednesday, Sunday?
Yeah, he does Sundays on Discourse Syndicate Network, and then he does Mondays and Wednesday nights. Yeah. He says he creeps off in the middle of the night he's got his studios down in his basement. So he gets to crank everything up. It's all soundproof. So his family, they all go to sleep and then he goes down and DJ parties.
That's pretty sick. I always wanted a studio in my house. I always said one day, maybe I'll get more into music. Maybe, after the crypto thing, that might be my next thing, but yeah, that's pretty badass.
Yeah. The nice DJ Cryptomatic endorsement. Yeah. Well, he's on our stream now. And I just like the fact that we have a Hex DJ out there, and out here it's like perfect time. It's like Sunday afternoon barbecue time, and I can just crank them, and it's cool. Oh, yeah. Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays.
He's got big Hex logos on the turntables too. Looks sweet.
And he's got a new pirate theme behind him too. He's got pirate hats and stuff. So he's down with the pirate theme.
We got a lot of musically talented people. Freddie Quotes. Some dude did a rap song like very early on. You remember that one? He made a rap. I forgot his name.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either. He's kind of gone off into obscurity for a moment. Maybe he'll come back. He used to chat with me in Twitter, and then and I don't know if you weren't here earlier, but Crypto Black Sheep is back in the house and slumming around in our chat room today. He's actually going to be doing an interview with Nerd Girl about coming back to Hex and talking about him being part again, because he made a couple of badass songs too. He did the I Sold My Hex Guy tune with the freaking squeak toy and everything. That was funny. And then he had like a Hex anthem also. So his Hex anthem is badass.
That was I Sold My Hex, man. Like, why did I sell my Hex? It was that guy that sold my, what did he sell? Like tens of millions of Hex.
16 million Hex.
Oh, it pains me. Pains me. Hey, it's not as bad as a certain somebody who sold, I think, 150 million. You know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. That was rough. But that one aged very nicely. That's sweet revenge on that one. He blew his whole stack, and he tried to show everyone how to do it.
I know.
To also get on his team and sell your millions of Hex. The thing is, some people probably did that. Some people probably followed. Sad.
I just did the math real quick on that. That's 12 million. That's $12 million.
Oh God.
and that's not even staked, and that was pre-big payday, so that's like 24 million, because I'll tell you right now, my stack is doubled in that time. So since we've staked in the beginning, I'm double, my stacks is doubled. So I mean, that's fucking $48 million.
And if that was staked the whole time too, it's even more.
Oh my God. That's just devastating. Devastating. Oh, and then some people went with that too. There was a whole group of people that went over there with that.
Well, I almost went with that. I almost got, that was the first time they got me, and I said, never again.
You know what, bro? That was, we were all vulnerable at that time. I was vulnerable too. But you know what? As soon as I saw that fucking douchebag, I was like, no. This is the kid that got beat up in the neighborhood, for just because he was who he was. It was just, no. This guy is just fucking, And that's when I realized right now, because all I had to do is I understood Richard and where he was coming from, and I saw the truth being spit out of his mouth. And this guy was just a fucking weasel. He was that little punk ass fucking snitch. That's what he was. He was just that little snitch that was going to get his ass beat in the neighborhood. And snitches get stitches, or they lose their Hex.
Yeah. Well, he did it to himself. We didn't even have to do anything.
No, we didn't. We didn't have to flood anything. We didn't have to flood anything. Corey the Investor. Yeah, that's who did that. And
cool.
Pulse Lord did it. Pulse Lord was the guy who did the new tune. So that was the new rap song that was out, with the shout out to RG3. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Wait, I don't think I've heard that. I got to check that out.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go find it.
Yeah. And no, we weren't talking about that guy. That guy actually came in, befriended everybody, and then, walked on us basically. But yeah, he was another one. I don't think he dumped a bunch of Hex. They can all come back. They can all come back.
He probably still has all his Hex too. He's probably just, little embarrassed maybe, or just doesn't want to deal with the bullshit, and that's fine. They'll come back, or they'll buy back at $1.
They'll buy back at $1. Oh, it's going to be so sexy at $1. People are going to want a Hex at $1 like no one's business.
Yep.
I onboarded he's probably watching. I onboarded a buddy that I hadn't seen him in a couple of years, and I was in the neighborhood. I stopped by, I talked to him, and he was talking about his crypto and how, because he was a no coiner and he was new, and he's like, "Oh, this is garbage. It's just a bunch of junk." I said, "Because you're in the wrong shit, man." He had Cardano and shit, and I was like, "No, dude, you're in the wrong shit." I said, "Let me show you so I showed him my Staker app. And he was like, the fuck, dude? I said, this is only half of it, bro. I'm sorry. But yeah, he's like, oh shit, man, I got to get this hex. I got to get the hex, right? So I literally like onboarded him right there. We made a MetaMask wallet for him. We exchanged his stuff. And then the next day, he meets up with me and he's like, hey, dude, I want to put some cash in now. So I went to the bank for him, ran it through my Coinbase for him, all this stuff, and he did it, and he bought it at 9.6 or 9.6. So ever since, I mean, literally from the minute he bought in, it's been tanking. So we dropped down to, what are we at? Like we went all the way down to like 7.8, 7.9, something like that, maybe even lower than that. So it's been like, dude, what's going on? But I mean,
that's like the rest of crypto moment, right? That's like welcome to
welcome to crypto.
It always dumps the day you get in, no matter what.
Right. It never fails, man. It never fails.
Yeah. We're coming back a little bit.
The whole market is, we're coming back. We're coming back right now. But I mean, the whole market is like wrecked right now, right?
It's going to be a rough summer, guys. I really do think so. Everything I've been hearing, like I just heard something today in the trading channel about some guy in China that's kind of close to the market, ear or finger on the pulse, rather. He knows about a big liquidation event that might be happening in Ethereum. And that might just cascade a bunch of sell orders on Ethereum. I think people, they have this this bias, and I had the bias too, right? Because in every previous bull market breakout, things never came back to the previous all-time highs. They would come back about 85, 90%, but they never quite came back to the below the previous all-time highs. And this time, I think it might be a little different. We might see some temporary just carnage, like Bitcoin below 20K and Ethereum below 1,400. Because nobody wants it to happen, but no one thinks it can happen because they say, oh, we already broke out of the all-time highs. It can't possibly come back there. But I think it's going to be a rough mini bear. I still kind of believe in the double bubble thing happening, but I think we're in for a mini bear summer. But I'd be happy to be wrong.
I got a really bad feeling about this one. A really bad feeling. I don't know.
It doesn't look good, man.
It doesn't look good at all. It doesn't look good at all. I don't like where Bitcoin went. I don't like where it went. I don't like where it's ending. I don't like, that there's no other features or things built on it. We've got cringy, screechy, fucking idiot boy Max Kaiser out there yelling and screaming at the top of his lungs, looking like a goddamn fool, talking to other countries about bringing Bitcoin to them. It's like, guys, and on top of that, Mr. McCormick too, doing his fucking thing. It's like, that's not where Bitcoin should go into a bear market. Like, have something built, have something done, have something, all of these plans that they have for making it better. Why aren't they doing that? Why aren't they talking about that? Why aren't they, acting like adults here and fucking doing something? I mean, I don't get it. They talk so highly about Bitcoin, but they ain't doing nothing to prop it up or help it. No one has put together a consortium to put together a bug bounty program. No one has come up to put a consortium to go out and try and build things on top of it for real and actually do them and complete them. That's the kind of stuff that, real investors need to see, because once they do get involved and they do see what it's all about, and they hear people like all of us out here, I mean, let's face it, people hear this noise that we're speaking of out here. And it's like, well, wait a minute, what are they talking about? Is that true? Well, yeah, it is true. Well, wait a minute. Yeah. Well, no, those guys are just a bunch of fucking shitcoiner nobodies. Yeah, but
they got lucky.
They're smart, and they said that the tech is this and that and this. And is that true? Yeah, it's true, but don't worry about that. And that's kind of what's going on out there. And that's not how real investors are going to continue to invest in something like Bitcoin. They have to unfuck it, or it has to go away, and the investment has to go into the proper project. So I think that's what we're going to see here is I think it's fading away, to be honest. I really think that that's what happened. I don't want it to happen, because we might see a big extended bear market because of that. And I don't
But
think
that's
it's going
okay.
to
I don't
affect
think
Hex.
Bitcoin. I don't think Bitcoin drags everything down like it used to.
No,
You know
no.
what I mean? So I think the decorrelation, decoupling, whatever you want to call it, I think that's going to happen. The ETH flipping, I really do see that happening, and they're both going to pump again. You know, we sound bearish now, but it's going to pump again. And but what's going to pump higher? You know, proportionally, we've already seen Ethereum show a lot more strength in a bull, a lot more room to grow. Not because it's young, not only because it's younger, but because the network effects are taking hold. And there's more developers on Ethereum. There's more, you know, security. Honestly, there's more shit built on top of it. Everything I see is looking better for Ethereum. And on top of that, there's even more improvements post ETH, like PulseChain, Hex on PulseChain, all this stuff. I mean, when the flipping happens, it's going to put all the maxis to rest, I would hope. And yeah, I think Bitcoin will always be there. It won't ever quite die, but it will just kind of be more in the background. You know, we're going to maybe look at it like, you know, the Mosaic browser or the AOL or something.
Yeah. And that should be its rightful place. And then guys like, it's going to be very, very easy for guys like McCormick and Kaiser to fade off into obscurity because they are so cringe. And so that'll be easy to like brush them away. They're not like super influencers. And even Saylor is not very strong. I mean, he's just loud. Strong and wrong is what I call him. He just tries to be strong and wrong. And it's just, it's not a marketing plan. That is the worst marketing team I've seen. I mean, it's horrendous. It's horrendous. Hey, what's up?
Podcast.
What's up, CJ? What's happening, man? Good to see you in the chat, bro. Do what now? So whose podcast?
I was just gonna say his podcast is called "What Bitcoin Did." It's like it's not even called "What Bitcoin's Doing." You know what I mean? Like, ETH is the one doing all this shit. You're just talking about like something that happened. Yeah, it was cool. It was really cool, but there's a lot of other cool shit out there. You know, you can't put your head in the sand.
There's real stuff out there. There's real innovative technology out there. And, you know, and we say it a bazillion times, and it's Hex is the best, most innovative crypto to date. And this bull run, I think, shadowed Hex. I think that, you know, the FUD was one thing, but I think the bull run made it very easy for them to just go, oh, just be quiet. You guys just be quiet over there. You know, yeah. Okay, you're having your moment in the sun, but everybody is. And you know, it's easy to be strong and wrong when you're in a bull market and everything you say is happening, you know, just because it's so easy to say, hey, it's going up, and it goes up. And it's, you know, a bull run's a bull run. It fucking goes up. And if you're sitting there acting like a genius and talking all this smack about how great this is and that is, and it's going up, then you're right. You know, you're right in the eyes of everybody, even when you're wrong, you know, even when you're wrong.
Yeah. But no one's going to be telling you to buy when shit hits the fan, which it's already kind of hitting the fan. But I would say get ready to buy this dip that's going to come on all fronts. I mean, even Hex might have, you know, somewhat of a dip. And I know it's not the bullish thing to say, and we got PulseChain and it's great and everything's going to pump and all that, but shit dips, man. Hex is not different than all of crypto. Shit goes down 50, 60, 70%. But look at that as an opportunity, guys. If you were looking to get into Hex, buying the dip on this potential next dip that's coming could be pretty great.
Could be. Yeah, it could be that opportunity that everybody's looking for. But then again, who knows? We might see a launch come tomorrow in the next 3 days.
Hex that's the thing. It's like PulseChain is just keeping us afloat, basically. Like we're not dying nearly as much because everyone's just stringing along for that hopium for PulseChain, and it's coming. We know it's coming, and it's really genius. Like it couldn't have been more perfect timing.
It's almost like he's timing out the crash. Right? Like keep going,
like, how
guys.
How long can I wait?
How long can I wait for them? Oh, a little bit longer. They're almost dead. They're almost going under. Yeah. You know. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, I'm looking at Nomics right now, and by the way, Nomics, thank you so much. We sent you guys an email. We were so sorry for we said we made an incorrect statement about Nomics, and we apologize, and I apologize to you again because you guys are definitely you know, tops in the Hexagon community, and we wouldn't want to do anything to upset you guys. So
what did we do?
Oh, I don't even want to talk about it on stream, but yeah, it's all handled. It's all taken care of. Clay's been talked. It's cool. We're all cool, man. We're all cool. So anyway, Yeah, no one said anything bad. It was just an incorrect reference that we made to them. Yeah. Let's see here. I want to look at something. But what's
got a nice
beautiful
little bounce off the 20 SMA, sorry.
Oh,
perfect bounce
for Hex.
Yeah. Pay attention to the 20 EMA. That's been holding us up quite a few times. Like, just look at how many times we tapped.
I don't know how to look at that. You should teach
me,
line,
bro.
Teach me, but teach me how to look at. So
all right,
pull it up and teach me something.
For everyone else, people don't know this, right? But the reason that we care about support and resistance lines is because they act as, or the reason we care about moving averages is because moving averages are actually support and resistance lines, right? So moving averages aren't just things that are useful for crossing over or for whatever, but they literally are like magnets that the price bounces off of. So look right here. Look at the red line.
Yeah, because people are looking at the chart and they're setting limit orders and things inside there, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Everyone's looking at the same shit, and it's basically what I think it is a mass confirmation bias, like a massive psychological just level, because everyone's using the same TA, and it's kind of funny. It's like whoever wrote the TA books and 100 years ago, they kind of like dictated reality there. They were just, they were probably just making shit up to a degree. I mean, it does have mathematical truth to it, like it is, what the 20 days average is. So there's something there, but why should it be supporting resistance? Partially it's because everyone's just looking at the same exact thing. So look, I'm, this day, I could see like 10 days right here where it just bounced right off that 20 EMA. So people are putting their limit orders like right around there. And then the next level, might be around 5.8, 6 cents. And then if it really
cracks through and eats those limit orders up, and then it finds another resistance point.
Exactly. And then if you really want to get bearish, oh no, we go back to 2 cents. We go back to 3 months ago. Which really doesn't sound that bad when you say 3 months ago, but I know 2 cents sounds super bearish, but I mean, just really you got to zoom out on that chart. Look at how low things can go, but also look at how high they can go too. I mean, I don't see anything but potential.
Yeah, I mean, I see those dips on there, and it's like the dips are getting higher and higher and higher.
Yeah. Children of the Grave says I'm saying it's hive mind bullshit. I think to a degree, like TA doesn't have to work, right? Why should it work?
Yeah.
So I'm saying maybe to a degree it is bullshit, but if it's hive mind bullshit, then maybe it's not actually bullshit. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Well, because there's so many people out there trading that moves. So from left to right, price is going up. Hex is designed to do so. More people coming in, more people holding is creating that. Okay. So if we were to just draw a straight line from the bottom through that, all we've got is a series of dips above and below that line in between, which is people's emotions and people's charting and watching these charts. So really the line is going up and to the right, and everything in between is just little emotional fucking tantrums from traders is all that is.
Yep.
That's how I see it. It's like, I don't have to, it's just noise. It's just all
chaos.
Noise. It's noise and chaos. And really everything's just up and to the right.
And this, by the way, guys, it's only half the time limit, right? I'm not on V1 right now. People think that this is the chart, like when new people get in, and they don't realize that, this chart only goes back to May of 2020.
Yeah, it goes way back down much lower than that.
Oh God. It goes like 0.00. I think we had 4 zeros, right? Or 3 zeros.
4
10,000ths, right? That's what we were doing.
Yeah. 5 6 4 zeros, 5 6 or 5 4, right?
I don't remember, but yeah. So Brianna, I do kind of agree. It is collective self-fulfilling prophecy. If we want to get psychological, philosophical, I do think that's what it is.
Yeah. And then there's the events that happen outside of the charts, the PulseChain launch, the crypto markets, being fudded down for this thing or that thing or whatever. I think that Bitcoin's dip was because of their event. Well, I mean, that was part of it. That was cringe, and they've been going down ever since.
But sometimes the reason is retroactively applied to the action, right? So what comes first? Does the tail wag the dog, as somebody said in the chat? It's like, if China, or if for example, let's say Biden said something bad about Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin goes up on that news. Well, they would just find something else that day that was bullish, right? That they could then apply. But if Biden said something bad about Bitcoin and Bitcoin goes down, that was the FUD. That narrative. Yeah, that was then FUD, right? So either way, it's kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't. And that's why I don't really trade on the news that much. I do think technicals are somewhat useful, but the news can go either way. But when you have real life, progress being made, I think like PulseChain is real crypto progress, and it's going to unlock massive network effect. That's real growth. That's enabling new users to get on board, right? But whatever Michael Saylor says that day, or whatever Peter McCormick pulls out of his ass, that's not why the price did what it did, right? It's because of network effects, long-term thinking, maybe some TA levels and stuff, but it's really just about enabling more users, more eyeballs, more attention.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot more of that happen. It's odd when we're seeing the YouTube stream grow as we're watching the Hex wallets grow. So we're getting a lot more users onboarding, and we're moving up. So that there should be a correlation there of some kind of somebody should put some TA on that.
Yeah, I know. I really do want to quantify the user growth. I really wish, Staker app would maybe release some of their analytics and we could see real user growth, but I can only say it with an intuition right now, but I've been seeing linear growth. I mean, you just look at the number of stakers we have. I remember like 3 months ago, we had something like 5,000 stakers. Now we've got over 8,000. These are 8,000 people, right? And there may be an average of a couple accounts per user, right? So, but we have this massive like initial seed of people, right? So I think we've already reached the critical mass that will be needed for virality, but we haven't even gone viral yet.
No, we haven't. We're close. There's within the crypto space, there's a lot of action and reaction happening, but yeah, we're not viral yet.
Yeah. Well, what I said on my video the other day is virality is exponential user growth, and what we've been having is pretty steady, pretty constant, linear, quantifiable linear user growth. But it's not going like a parabola, right? So if the price can pump on linear user growth and the price can pump exponentially, just imagine what's going to happen when the users go parabolic. Like, yeah, it's just another level higher for the price. Oh, they're doing fireworks outside. Nice.
Oh, yeah, everybody's. I don't have them out
Chicago
here
for you.
Yeah, I don't have them out here. People that do fireworks out here go away. I've got mountain range behind me, and it's
nice and quiet.
Yeah, no, nobody. Well, everybody's too worried about catching their houses on fire and everything because we live around.
Right.
We've got forest and stuff around us, but yeah, it's we don't get the fireworks. I heard Wales was doing his stream the other day, and wherever I think he's in New York or something, but it was just like going crazy. All his fireworks.
Yeah. Well, there's Juneteenth, and then I think they're probably just shooting off whatever's left over from Juneteenth.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Well, I thought 4th of July. Well, 4th of July is close too, so now everybody's buying fireworks. Yeah. So, wow, look at that Dogecoin just got murdered.
That's a good indicator of the hopium, the hopes and dreams, and the euphoria. Keep an eye on Dogecoin, because then you'll know how fucked people really are getting. Think about all the people that bought Doge at 70 cents and just how pained they must be right now at 20 cents. And then think about it going even back lower to 5 cents, 4 cents. That might be a good time to, call the bottom. So keep Dogecoin around as kind of a bottom indicator, maybe.
Yeah. Once it gets back down to its regular levels, then
Right.
Right. Yeah, but it's been holding its own. I thought it was holding pretty good there I was like, wow, it actually, probably because so many people got into it, that's all they could do is hold it because they got in at like 45, 50 cents or whatever it was, right? Didn't it go up to like 60 cents or something? 70 cents?
70. Oh, 70. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Freaking kills me, man.
Just imagine being that guy that bought that. Somebody bought that. And that was their first entry into crypto of their entire life. That was their first time.
Oh, no, I know people who did.
I know. I feel bad.
The guy that does my wife's hair, he freaking aped into Doge at like 60 cents, man. And it's like, no, dude, no. He's like, what? I'm in crypto, man. I'm in crypto. Like, no, well, I think it's a good one, man. I'm like, oh God, okay. Some people you just can't talk to, you know. And then,
well, a couple of people actually texted me and called me, you know, because they know I'm into crypto. And the first thing they wanted to ask about was Doge. And I said, fuck no, please, whatever you do. I'm like, thank you for calling me. Thank you for asking me. But the answer is no.
You just hang up on them.
I'm offended that you even say that.
But they don't know any better, you know. They don't know any better. And it's sad, but I mean, when I first got into crypto back in 14 or whatever, I was reading the history and there was only Bitcoin was the only thing on Coinbase. And then so I started hearing about there's these, you know, other coins and get on an exchange and I read about Doge and how it was this meme thing. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get a bunch of that just to have it, you know, just historically, like it was the first, you know, Litecoin fork or whatever it was. And so I got a bag of Doge. I literally sold that stuff when I sold all of my Bitcoin. It was like worth nothing. Like it was a penny or 2 pennies, whatever. And I got rid of thousands of them just a few months ago. And I'm like, oh man, that would have been a nice stack of Hex. But then of course Hex mooned too since then. So it's like 6 on one hand, half a dozen on the other. Anything I dumped for Hex, even if it mooned during a bull market, I still killed it. I mean, I killed everything. It's, you know, Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything. We killed everything. So if you did dump anything for Hex, you made out. So
yeah,
you can paint a turd, but it's still a Doge. Oh yeah. Yeah. All the dogs. Those dogs
gonna get a new Shiba.
People are just gonna walk by and kick those dogs if they see them.
You're gonna start seeing stray Shivas on the street, dude. Just fucking nobody wants it.
Beat to death in the front yards with baseball bats.
Oh man,
that's fucked up. I'm just thinking about that, man. Just fucking people losing their shit and then killing their neighbor's sheep. Oh, I think, can I get in trouble for saying that? I don't know. But anyway.
Well, we could talk. It's just dogs.
Oh man.
The great thing is, even with the Fed out to destroy, with the Fed money printing in the next 5 years, even people with Doge are still going to get gains. Maybe. You know, we've got so much money. Rising tide raises all ships.
But here's the problem. Here's the problem with the money printing deal is inflation is going through the roof now. So it's going to cost you more money to survive and live every day. I mean, you know, the price of a 2x4 and the price of a sheet of plywood it's just absolutely fucking ridiculous, you know? So you're going to need more money to get anything done or do anything. Or, I mean, look at the prices of just food, going out and eating fast food, or, I mean, paying $18 for a fucking hamburger meal now. I mean, it's like, holy shit.
Where are you going to get hamburgers, dude? I'm paying like, well, it's still 9 or 10, but yeah, it's a nice burger.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you go to a restaurant, I'm talking about a restaurant or something.
Yeah.
Not like fast food joint still $9-10, right?
True.
But you go to a restaurant and a burger or chicken sandwich or whatever is going to cost you $18 fucking dollars, man. And it's like, whoa, some French fries and a burger still, man. I mean, come on.
I mean, you know, the roaring 20s, you know how that was in 1920 and then the Great Depression was in 1930? Mm-hmm. What if it's a 100-year cycle and that just happens again? What if we have the roaring 2020s?
Well, what happened was, you know, when the Great Depression came, they were afraid to do this, to print money, to try and, you know, get money out there into people's hands, and they were really afraid of inflation. This time they did the exact opposite, because so many economists said that, hey, if they would have printed money, they could have stopped people from selling their kids, or families from just splitting up so that they can survive, because it's easier for one person to survive versus 4 or 5 or whatever. So there's some just horrendous stuff that happened, and so I think that they scared themselves into doing that, and they went overboard like they always do. They go overboard with it, and now here we are in this opposite world situation than what happened in the Great Depression, and we're going to have to pay the piper for that too. And it's going to be in the cost of inflation, which is going to be,
yeah, they kind of invented money printing back then, right? That wasn't really a thing the Fed was doing to.
They were ready to deploy it. They were going to try and put something together to deploy it, and they just didn't. They didn't, and They were afraid of it, and they had every right to be afraid of it. It was never tested. It was never used. It was never done. This time, all the economists, told them, "Oh yeah, that would have saved you from the Great Depression." Da, da, da.
Yeah.
And maybe true back then. It could have probably eased some of the pain, but this situation we have here, literally. Nobody felt the depression that we went through. We've had some monster market crashes, and then instant return, and then money print, and then oh, okay, everybody's back in the in the swing of things. Go ahead.
It's funny how it's just a meme, like everyone knows it's happening. It's not even a secret. We've got a meme, money printer go burr. And everyone knows, and then they call it quantitative easing. they put a nice little technical word
name on it.
Yeah, which is basically just printing money out your ass, but it's like, how long can this go? That's what I just wonder about that.
Well, and that's the problem, is that nobody knows what's going to happen, and like I said earlier, I don't think that we're doomed. I don't think that this is all doom and zombie apocalypse and shit's going to happen. But if you go down to Venice Beach, or you go down to some of the freeways around here, where there's non or public property that people can actually camp out in, man, we're loaded out here, bro. We've got so many homeless people right now in Southern California. It's crazy, man. I
heard 100,000. I heard on Joe Rogan, he said 100,000 homeless people. The number of homeless people is the entire city of Colorado.
Dude, and it's spread out. See, because Southern California is a big area. It's not. It's the size of
Boulder, not Colorado.
It's the size of states. You know what I mean? The Southern California area is the size of multiple states on the East Coast, and it used to be like all of the homeless was consolidated into an area called Skid Row in LA, like downtown LA, Olivera Street area. All that there was Skid Row was down there, and that's where. That's where you saw homeless people. Like you'd literally like travel out there for Thanksgiving to help people out, or Christmas or whatever. And that's where the homeless people were. And now literally throughout the LA basin, there's streets that allow parking where it's just rows of campers, like broken down, dilapidated 1970 Winnebagos that people are living in with plywood sides on them and shit. And, it's everywhere now. Hey, thanks MT Coiner for the $5. Rock on Hexkins. The rest of the market is panicking. Now is a great time to onboard angry shit coiners. Yeah, it is. And your good friends, get them in at the top and let them watch the bounce here. So you're gonna be all right, buddy. You're gonna be all right. I promise you, it's gonna be all right. Just hang in there. Don't touch your hex. Leave it alone.
There's a stat that I think might end up being pretty similar for Hex than it was for Bitcoin. But if you held a Bitcoin for longer than 3 years, you're in profit. If you just held it and didn't touch it for longer than 3 years, I don't think there's a single day you could have bought Bitcoin and been down. I think that's going to go for Hex tenfold. It might even be a shorter number of years. It might be more like 2 years or 2.5 years. But we've only been holding for 1.5 years, and to go back down to original levels, I think probably 90%, 80% of all hexagons are probably in profit, unless you literally bought the top, or maybe if you bought and sold every bottom and bought every top. most of us are probably in profit.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. And even so, I mean, let's face it. You and I, we've been in since the beginning, and you and I both, and we've talked about it and done it in private. We've both, played around with all the shit that was in Hex, and dumped money in this and dumped money in that. And man, I lost a shit ton of Hex. Like people's bags right now that are decent sized bags, I like threw away in chat rooms, giving tips and playing on games and doing stuff like that in the early days when Hex was really, really cheap. I think I wasted a lot of it. Now I look at it, I go, God damn, that was like a fucking squid bag there worth of shit. Actually, it was probably a dolphin bag of shit with some of the stuff that we were playing with.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was funny. It was just like, yeah, had no idea we'd ever hit 1 cent this fast. Even 1 penny was like, wow, can you imagine when we get to
that? Was
penny?
Moon Boy talk. Yeah. 1 penny was Moon Boy. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah. Moon Boys. I think I even said it on the stream a few times. Like, yeah, okay, penny guys, easy.
And I always try to, I'm kind of a buzzkill sometimes because I want to tell people, hey, shit can still go down. Don't count your chickens before they hatch and everything. And nobody wants to hear that, right? But even with me saying that, it's still it's blown me out of the water, and everybody else too, like past our expectations.
Oh yeah. I mean, when we cracked this last like 5 cent period and we went 6, 7, 8, 9, I mean, it was like, virality, is it hitting now? Because I mean, I've watched coins go from 6 cents to 23 cents in a day or two, just boom, 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 I've seen them go to $1, in from, 20, 30 cents, like in a day or two. I mean, I've seen it happen. The thing about Hex is the fundamentals are so strong that it even when we do start to moon, it's gradual and healthy. And a lot of people are taking profits along the way, and Hex continues to grow. It's different. It's different than anything I've ever seen. It's different than anything I've ever seen in the crypto space.
It's an enigma. Hey, I mean, it was programmed to pump, designed to pump. And yeah, that sounds scammy. That's probably what a scam would say. But this is a real diamond in the rough. It really is unlike anything. It just has so many price positive feedback loops. You know what I mean? The virality, the what do you call it? The emergent property of everybody becoming a shill just because they have nothing better to do. Like, that's awesome, because we're not trading. We just sit around and pump our bags.
Oh, shoot.
Shout out to Hex to the moon.
Thanks for $10, dude. I gave up a dolphin-sized bag on BS back when Hex was cheap as well. That hit home me. I regret that a bit too. You know what? The same here, man. But I don't. I mean, in the scheme of things, I don't. It was better than like trading it all on the first pump and walking away like some people did in the early Bitcoin days. Like guy says, I got my 100,000 Bitcoin out at 11 cents, man. I'm fucking rich, Yeah.
That's a famous tweet. It's, gee, I'm sure glad I sold everything at like $8. Now it went all the way back down, or no, he's like, I regret selling at $8. Now it's at like 10 or something like that. It's like, wow, you guys were thinking small back then.
Yep.
So I'm, that's probably my bias too. I can't see the future. So I think probably too small. And that's when people say you don't realize how high Hex can go. I mean, there's not much liquid Hex available, guys. There's really not. So
no. And I foresee a day when there's going to be a line of people waiting at the DEX for some new Hex to show up from somebody's, staker wallet. And, they're going to it's going to get like a vacuum cleaner, just going to suck that shit right up as soon as, and the Hexakin that unstakes is really going to have to sit down and think about what they're going to do, because nobody wants to give up their T shares. I don't think anybody who's staked, remember, there's only 8, 9, 10% of us staked.
Yeah. I want more T shares. I try to stake out longer. I'm part of that, what Richard was talking about with, I was thinking too short term at the beginning, and now when my stakes are coming up, I'm doing like as far as I can to actually make more T shares, which is something that I never thought would happen either. But now I'm doing it.
Yeah, I mean that's That's my plans. I'm going to, peel off what I need from that interest. And I'm looking at some of those stakes going, man, I'm not even going to need like my staking ladder that I have for my income ladder. Like, I'm not even going to need all that interest. I'm going to, not only take that principal, but part of that interest and stake it out. And they haven't even matured yet. So, and I've got a staking ladder that's out years and years and years, and that's going to be what I do is it's actually going to be put out there with more than I had my principal, because I'm not going to need much to live off of.
Yeah, true that.
Thanks, Russ, for the $5. I regret every pizza I ever bought. I should have bought Hex instead.
Yeah, you know who really regrets the pizza is a hexologist.
He
regrets the shit out of that.
Because
is that like a $7,000 pizza now or something? 700, 7,000.
Let's say I'll do it at the top. So, 10.0. What was the top? 9.6 or 9.6, 9.8. So we go 9.6. $7,680. It was two pizzas.
What's that per slice? Fucking divide it.
My God.
Like a $700 slice. That shit should have had gold flakes in it, man.
Yep. Oh yeah.
But yeah, there's not a lot of hex out there, guys. I think double digit, like tens place, like $10 hex, $20 hex. It's not crazy at all. To me, it's a matter of when, not if. And I'll wait as long as I have to. 5 years, 10 years, whatever. 15 years, but it might come sooner than we think. But again, there's going to be giant drops. So really just keep that in mind. That's what I try to remind everybody is the cost of the mad gains is the extreme volatility.
Yep. Yeah, that's crypto. And if you don't, and that's, I think that's the hard thing for no coiners too, is stomaching that, and I think the biggest problem is people get their friends in and their family members in, and they talk about mad gains, but they don't talk about mad dips. And they have expectations of mad gains, but they can't stomach the mad dips, and they just lose their shit,
And that's the problem is everyone wants to buy. Everyone's only interested at the top. It's like, hey, how do you get into that hex thing again? Let me get in. Let me buy the top. Boom, down 50%. And then they're pissed at you for 3 months, 4 months until their shit comes back.
and then you're their friend again.
yeah.
That's what I told my buddy. I mean, we've been friends for 25 years, something like that. So, I mean, it's not a wedge between us or anything, but it's like, dude, fuck, man, you got me in this thing, and now it dipped freaking, 2.5 cents. It's like the day after. Dude. That's
so hard. I got one of my friends in on right after New Year's, right? So I got him in at about 1.2 pennies. And then the shit dipped to like 0.006 and it dropped like 50%. And I was just like, God, you got to believe me. It's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay, bro. It's going to be okay. This is a long game. I texted him. I told him it's a long game, bro. It's a long game.
Yeah.
And he didn't answer me back.
My friend was just like,
he's like, this shit sucks. He says, you're a carnival barker. He goes, I watched your show. You're a carnival barker. And then he turns on Richard the other day when Richard was on the gentleman, the crypto gentleman or whatever that was. And he's like, talking about freaking sucking dick and all this other shit. And he's like, dude, I had to turn this shit down. I'm in my house. This is the founder. So I'm like,
man, he's authentic if nothing else.
I'm like, dude, you caught us. I said, you got to understand the history. You got to see. I said, go watch some of his Top Hat videos of, when he's trying to help people out, and then, realize that in between there was a lot of FUD and a lot of attacks that came our way. So you got to realize we're hardened freaking crypto warriors out here getting our asses freaking handed to us on a regular basis and having to defend our position. And all the while we've been right, and we've just gone up into the right, and we still have to defend our position. That's the funniest thing is I still have to defend our position with the chart, with a chart that's like beat everything on the planet. Not just in crypto, but everything on the planet doesn't have a chart that looks like Hex. It's just amazing.
What? Yeah, I mean, just today I was looking through my comments in my YouTube channel, and I saw something that I haven't seen in a while, or a couple weeks at least, which was a couple people calling me a scammer. And I was like, I kind of smiled a little bit, and I was like, hey, you know what? I haven't seen that in a while. That must mean I'm actually reaching new people, because I'm not just talking to the circle jerks. So to me, that was an indicator of, hey, maybe I'm doing my job. Maybe I'm actually punching outwards, and not just talking to the same 100 people over and over again,
Well, see, and so that's what was hard in the beginning. So when the people were calling you scammers and DMing you and death threats and freaking doxing attacks and all that kind of shit, it was hard because we were only talking to 100 of us, and we didn't have the chart to back us up, and so it was all that crap was going on, and so it was tough back in those days. Now it's like, I got a bag that I really don't give a fuck what you say about me. Yeah. I got a fuck you bag. And so it doesn't really matter anymore. I was right. You're all wrong. And if you're coming at me sideways about this, you're wrong. And my bag proves it. So fuck off. And that's how I feel now. None of that stuff bothers me anymore. The doxing shit was what bothered me, but that I didn't really care about that. I was just some dickwad sitting behind a computer screen thinking he was, going to try and threaten somebody, but whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, I smiled a little bit today. I was like, it's been a while since I've seen that. David says Coffee was one of the first person besides Richard that scammers pretended to be. Yeah, that's another. Yeah. Imitation is flattery, man. But really, really do not, I'll never fucking ask you. I'll never give you my phone number. I'll never be in the comments. There's always some guy in my comments pretending to be me. They'll just snag my picture and then they'll just comment on everybody's comment on YouTube. They'll reply and say, hey, DM me for trading advice. I'm like, all right. Well, I would really hope that my audience knows better because they know I tell people not to trade. But there's a lot of me's out there, guys.
So I wonder about that because, I'm pretty public in the Hex community, and I've never had that problem. Like nobody tries to be me. Yeah, nobody. I've never had it. I've seen a lot of the guys, people use them as a scam. So now, somebody will go out and scam me now, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're asking for it now.
I don't put all that stuff on my Twitter and stuff. I don't put I will not scam you, or I will not give you coins, or no free airdrops or anything. I don't have all that shit on mine, Yep. But I've never been duplicated. Everyone always says it's like some kind of badge of honor. I'm like, damn, I didn't get one of those badges yet. Nobody's scammed anybody with my name yet.
Yeah. Well, I started coming up with a new tactic to stop it, but I'm not going to tell anyone the tactic because then they're going to just scam the tactic too. So yeah, I'll tell you off behind the scenes.
Okay. Maybe people think that nobody would trust me anyway, so they're not going to use. They're like, I can't get away with it with this guy. This guy looks like a fucking scamming piece of shit.
Like those guys are basically scamming themselves anyway.
It's like nobody's going to fucking believe this guy here.
Some guy that thinks he's a pirate.
Some guy that thinks it's like, how am I going to pull that shit off? This guy's fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might hunt imitators down. I don't know, man, if they're close by. All right, man. Well, I'm running out of juice. I've got a little family issue. I gotta go call my brother and check on him and see how things are. But guys, Wednesday night, no longer will I be RG3 be doing interviews and stuff. That's gonna be Nerd Girl Nicole will be doing her show on Wednesday nights and Saturday mornings, and I'm going to be handling Mondays and the Friday night hangout still. I will never give my Friday night hangout away. That is like my time with you guys, and whoever else new could come in. That's just freaking the best time ever. I love the FN Hangout. It's just something unique, something cool, and I don't want to ever give it up. But Monday nights, I'll be bring in some interviews. And then this Friday, supposedly, and they won't tell me yet, so I don't know, we're supposed to have some super cool guests. And we're going to be, for those of you in Vegas. This is going to be my last chance to say so. Fuck, that's cool, man. I won't be next time I'm streaming. I'm in Vegas. That's awesome. So, oops, did you freeze? horrible. Oh, okay. I thought you froze.
Wait, what? No.
So Friday I'll be streaming in Vegas, and for those of you who want to participate, what we've got going, I've got to verify everything, but for the stream on Friday, I'm going to be in a studio down there with T Money. They're gonna let us rent out the studio down there, and we are going to do the FN Hangout. Myself and Matty Allen, and we're gonna bring Hexicans in and let you jump on and stream, and maybe we can ask Richard to jump on with us for a few moments, come say hi to everybody, and do something like that. So Friday night FN Hangout from Vegas. I'm sure we're gonna be doing some impromptu live streaming and stuff. Yeah, cool, Motley. Children of the Grave, don't forget to take your booster seat with you. Yeah, and don't forget to bring your freaking mask too, so we don't have to look at that goddamn mug of yours, you fucking ape. Yeah, he's a big dude. He's a real big dude, but he's an ape-looking motherfucker, that's for sure.
He's the ultimate troll too. He's like I think Children of the Grave is like the king of the trolls in the chat.
He has turned into the king of the trolls, while others have fallen away. And his funny ugly dude, ass has stayed there. He's nonstop. Yeah. So, yeah, no, I'm not talking about that mask. I'm talking about like a full mask covering the whole thing because, anyway. Yeah, Neanderthal, 30% Neanderthal. I'd say more like 64% Neanderthal.
Yeah, you might want to get a DNA test or something. It might be a little more.
Yeah, you knuckle dragon bitch, fucking big four-headed motherfucker. Anyway, COG, we'll see you in Vegas. Everybody else, we'll see you in Vegas. If you want to come hang out with us for the Friday night hangout, just hit me up. We're going to there's a lot of people, so I don't want to try and get everybody down there, but we'll get it. Oh yeah, I miss Mousetrip too, man. Mousetrip was one of our greatest of all time trolls in the thing. But anyway, yes, Friday hangout. If you want to come do it in Vegas, hit me up. We'll get you down there, and we'll bring you in the studio for a few minutes. We're just going to everybody's got to get a chance. We're just going to kind of roll a few minutes of everybody, and then in and out, and then maybe we can get Richard, and we'll have a special guest too. So anyway, all right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you on Friday. Don't forget all the other streams. Go to discoursesyndicatenetwork.com. You got to spell the whole thing out, discoursesyndicatenetwork.com. And you can go and watch all the streamers now. We have over 25 streamers and a few more. They're going to put up already produced content. And then, of course, on Sundays, you got DJ Cryptomatic. And everybody one thing I didn't talk about was Hex Toys. Hex Toys, Sai has fucking done it again. If you guys haven't seen the beefed out freaking murderous Richard Hart freaking doll that's out, you got to go get you one. These things are being developed, so you're literally going to be able to trade. You can buy the NFT and you can trade the NFT in for the actual doll. I know that like one or two of the dolls are in production right now, and he's going to keep doing more, and he's going to keep putting them out as NFTs. A real brilliant idea. I love those things, and I'm going to put some away on the shelf. I want them mint in the box on the shelf, and then I want some that I'm going to open up and play with. So anyway, brilliant idea. So Hex Toys is also on the website there. You can actually click his link there, and he's got all of the Hex Space Force stuff, hats, freaking pins, badges, all that stuff. So
I got all of them. I got all three of the NFTs. I aped.
Yeah. And what about the fourth one? You've seen the fourth one, right?
Well, I got the toilet paper roll. I got the Richard in the Hawaiian shirt, and then I got a unicorn, and then
there's an alien. There's an alien.
Okay.
There's a spaceman. There's a spaceman, an alien, a unicorn, and then there's Richard, like beefed out. What does he call it?
It's like Party Richard or whatever. I don't know.
It's like the Wrecker. No, it's like freaking. It's like Richard's gonna take people out and shit, kind of. doll.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to check it.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm
Hex
Googling
Toys.
that right now.
He's hextoys.com, right?
Toys.
What's that?
X.toys.
Hex.toys. There you go, hex.toys. And you can actually get it from Discourse Syndicate Network.com. His link's in there. You just scroll down, you'll see his avatar and link, and you just click on that, and it'll take you right to the site. Yeah, you got to see the new Richard doll. It's cool. Anyway, all right, guys. Thanks. We'll see you on Friday. Freaking Vegas is coming. It's here. It's finally here. Yeah, Vegas, baby. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.